Hey guys, so this video is a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's embarrassing to make, but when you see how much shopping I've done recently, you're going to be like, oh my god. I feel like many of us probably have this problem, you know, we just shop for makeup a little bit too much. So I have a huge high-end beauty haul for you guys today. Pretty much all of these products have been purchased from Mecca Cosmetica or Mecca Maxima, which is kind of same but different. So yeah, I'll just start showing you guys what I got. So there are some products I haven't opened yet because I was waiting to make this video. Like a lot of the NARS Guy Bourdin products I got it, and yeah, I just haven't opened them yet because I didn't want to then have to repack it just to show you guys. The products I'm probably most excited about are the NARS Guy Bourdin collection products. So this is the Promiscuous palette, and it came in this really cute makeup bag, and it came with 5 of their like lip pencil things. They're all kind of smaller versions of the lip pencil, which I quite like because I just don't really use the full ones up. There are 5 of the velvet lip pencils and then 1 velvet gloss lip pencil. I got my hands on the last One Night Stand palette. I rang Parramatta one day just randomly and I was like, do you guys have any left? And they were like, you know what? We just got a phone call from our regional manager saying there's one left and they were going to get it. So they held it for me the day it was delivered. They held it for 1 day for me. So I actually got a friend to go pick it up because I was stuck at work. It was so worth it. Like, it actually has a Guy Bourdin on it, which the other kind of products didn't. And it comes with like a bronzer, a highlighter and 4 blushes. So it has Orgasm and Deep Throat, and it has Laguna, and I don't know the names of the other ones. This was so gorgeous, and the best way to get a bunch of the NARS blushes without having to spend heaps of money. Like if you bought all of these individually, it would probably cost you an easy like $250 to $300 here in Australia. So I was really happy that I was able to get my hands on this. So I also got my hands on the NARS Crime of Passion palette, and this is a really cool palette. So it's quite thick, and what's awesome about it is that it has a lip gloss and then 3 eyeshadows, and then you flip it up and it's got a bronzer and a blusher. I just thought this would be really versatile. I travel every now and then with work just for 1 or 2 nights for our events, so I thought this would be a great, and it's like, it's not like crazy colours, they're really neutral everyday colours, so you know, I take this, my whole face is done. Like, it's just so easy. So I also got this cheek palette, what's it called? Killing Me Softly, and it comes with 1 highlighter and 3 blushes. There was another version of this palette and that had the bronzer, 2 blushes and a highlight, I think. But I just thought I would get a lot more use out of this one because the bronzers, yes, I would use them, but they're not really made for my skin tone. So I picked up this palette and I really love the blush shades in here. I think they're just great for my skin tone. So I got my hands on the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder palette. That's what it looks like, although I'm sure you guys have seen this like a million times by now. And this also came with a mini Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I feel they'd all work for me as an actual like highlight, but we'll see if I can use them in any other way. So I just thought this was a great experimenting product. So the awkward moment when that sample of the Mineral Veil Primer came with the Hourglass palette, and I actually already have the primer. I purchased this. I actually purchased this before my sister's wedding because I wanted a really good, decent primer that I knew would work, because I didn't know when I'd be able to touch up during the wedding. So continuing with the NARS and Hourglass theme, which definitely 2 of my favourite brands at the moment. When I go to Mecca, I just want to look at those 2 kind of sections. So a little while ago from NARS, I picked up one of their satin lip pencils in Hetlu, and this is a brown shade and it just looks really lovely on my skin. I got it for graduation because I wanted to have this really professional look at my graduation, and this was perfect for that. So it also means that it's great for work because it just looks, you can tell I'm wearing a lip product but it doesn't look overwhelming. I picked up 2 of the Guy Bourdin eyeshadows. I picked up Mississippi Mermaid, and how cute are these? So Mississippi Mermaid is this really lovely, I don't know, like a peachy champagne shade that I thought would be great to highlight on my skin. Like, how pretty, how cute is it? It's so small, and I love how it even comes with a little mirror. I've already used this once just on my inner corners and I absolutely loved it. So the other NARS single eyeshadow I picked up from the Guy Bourdin range is the one in Cambodia. And this is like a lovely burnt copper shade, which I don't know, I'm always drawn to these types of shades because I just think they suit my skin tone really well. Next I picked up one of the NARS Brow Perfectors, and this is in the shade Caucus, I think it's pronounced. And it's the darkest one. Well, actually they had one darker than this, which was pretty much black. So I picked up like the dark brown shade, and it just looks like this. I really like the ones that wind up because I feel like when you get products that you have to sharpen, you lose a lot of the product. So I'm definitely excited to try this out. I picked up two of the nail polishes from the Guy Bourdin range. This one is in No Limits and this one is called Follow Me. So I just thought these were two really cute colours to try out. So I picked up two NARS lipsticks over the past few months. One is from the Guy Bourdin range and it's in the shade Short Circuit, and it's just this really bright orange. And one that I just picked up, which is from their permanent collection, is in the shade Sheop, and it's a bright pink. And lastly from NARS, I've picked up 3 of their new eye paints. I picked up Black Valley, which is just like your average black gel liner, I guess. But what NARS claim is that you can use these like as an eyeshadow base or as a liner or just like as a few different uses. It's not just for one thing. So I picked up Black Valley, and then I also picked up Ubangi, which is like a dark blue with like shimmer and speckles of something in there. I actually picked this one up for my sister's wedding and I used it quite a bit during that time. And then the last one I picked up is Tata, which is a purple one with like flecks of sparkle and stuff in there. I haven't used this one yet, but I swatched it and I thought it looked really nice, and purple definitely looks good on my skin tone and with my brown eyes, so yeah. From Hourglass I picked up their Brow Sculpting pencil in the shade Dark Brunette. At some point this year I remember a makeup artist using this on me and it took her about 2 seconds and she was done. So I was like, that's definitely going on my wish list. So I've almost finished my Kevin Aucoin one, so next I will definitely get onto this one. And lastly from Hourglass, I have ended up with 3 of their opaque liquid lipsticks. I picked up Empress first, which is this one here. And it goes on creamy and dries matte, which I think is like a trend now because I'm so into matte. And then I found all these companies coming out with matte products for your lips, so I was like, I think this is a thing now. So Empress was just great for work and it always looked really good. So I went back and I pretty much was ready to buy all of them. I think there's 7 shades, but I restrained myself, which is surprising, and I ended up only picking 2 shades. So I got Canvas, which is more of a nude, but it looks good on me, which I was impressed with. And I got this bright orange, which, I don't know, I think for summer I'm like, I need bright shades for summer, so I got the bright orange. But because they're matte, they're just not that, you know, in your face when they're bright colours. I don't know, I really like them. So I really want to check out this brand Eyeko after Shannon Harris kept raving on about it. So I picked up their brow gel, which I do really like. It's a bit of an odd tinted colour, like it's not quite brown, it's not quite, I don't really know how to explain the colour, but it's pretty good for my skin, and Shannon likes it, and she's blonde with kind of ashy blonde eyebrows, so I don't know if this is like a universal thing, but I really like it. And then I picked up their 3 mascaras. So I was really fascinated by the brushes. So like this is the curvy brush mascara, and the brush has like, it just looks really cool, so I was like, I really want to see how that works. And then I got the skinny brush mascara, which is literally a skinny brush like with tiny little bristles coming off of it. And then I got the fat brush mascara, which kind of looks like a standard mascara, but it's supposed to be like really volumizing and lengthening and just give you like amazing full lashes. And then I also picked up the Eyeko London Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in black. And what I like about this is it's more like a felt pen, so it's quite inflexible, which I like because then I know when it's going to hit my skin and where it's going to go. So Mecca Maxima stocks Bobbi Brown products, so I went and checked it out and I picked up one of their BB creams. So this is in the shade Dark, which is a little bit dark for me, but I thought because I tan very quickly in summer, so I thought this will work for me. But the shade lighter than this was far too light for me, which I found really odd. So Bobbi Brown have obviously missed like my whole skin range. Just I was just in between and I didn't want to buy two, so I just got the dark one for summer. I also picked up one of Bobbi Brown's tinted eye brightners, and this is in the shade Dark Bisque. I used it to try and highlight under my eyes, although I'm not that impressed with it because I feel like it shows the lines under my eyes a bit more than it needs to. I've tried mixing it with my Benefit Fake Up, which is hydrating and tends to hide those lines, but it's still a bit of a work in progress. I finally picked up a Bobbi Brown corrector. This is also in Dark Bisque, and I am in love with it. It makes me look so awake and it's just amazing. Again, I actually mixed this with my Benefit Fake Up. I put this on first and then I put Fake Up on top, and it just looks amazing. I actually got compliments from a male friend of mine was like, "Are you doing something different with your makeup? Because it looks really good." I was like, good, it's supposed to look really good. Again from Bobbi Brown, I got their creamy concealer kit. So I got this in the shade Golden, but it's really yellow. I don't know if that's just me because I'm not that yellow, but I've kind of tried to make it work by mixing it with other concealers, but that's definitely still a bit of a work in progress. I picked up one of their new long wear cream shadows, and this is in the shade Suede 10, and I really like it because it's just like this really matte kind of skin colour for me. Like, it's a little bit lighter than my skin, but it's just a good base for every day. I got one of their long wear cream shadow sticks, so this is in the shade 2 Violet Plum, and I just really like the colour of this. I usually, you know, I'm getting into purples. I think I'm realising that it suits my skin tone. And this is really creamy, I really love it. And somewhere along the line I got a little sample lip gloss from Bobbi Brown. When I sent my friend to get the One Night Stand palette, they gave this little lip gloss sample, and it's in the shade Bellini. And they also gave a YSL Shockings mascara sample, so there's a little mascara in there, which I was really happy with because I actually almost bought this like a week before I sent my friend to get the One Night Stand palette, so winning. Talking about YSL, I did end up getting their Baby Doll mascara. The reason I didn't get the Shocking one is because they didn't have the waterproof formula in black in stock. So I ended up picking up the Baby Doll one in black, and yeah, I'm really excited to use this. Another mascara I picked up like when I first went into Mecca Maxima at Parramatta is the Lancome Hypnose Baby Dolls waterproof mascara. I really like this. I used it throughout my sister's wedding and it lasted, even though there was a lot of crying, it lasted really well. We're almost at the end. So probably the dearest product I purchased from Mecca is the By Terry Balm de Rose. After seeing Lily Pebbles blog about it and just absolutely rave about it, I was like, I need to check this out. And it is pretty amazing. Like, it's fairly expensive, but it is amazing. Like, I cannot rave about this enough. I picked up the Smashbox Liquid Halo Foundation and I am in the shade 8. I used this throughout my sister's wedding. It lasted. It's amazing. I would suggest this to anyone. On a bit of a whim, I picked up the Smashbox Photo Finish More Than a Primer, and this is the dark spot correcting one. My main issue is dark spots, so I thought I would give this a try because I see people rave about the Smashbox primers quite a bit, so I thought I'd get the one that I want to try out, which is a dark spot correcting one. I also picked up the By Terry Touch Expert Advanced Multi-Corrective Conceal Brush. I am in the shade 6 Amber Brown, which is actually their darker shade. I don't know if it goes darker, but I just got number 6, which I thought would work quite well. It's definitely going to have a highlighting effect on me, but it's supposed to be anti-dark circles, anti-dullness, anti-imperfections. So I'm very much looking forward to using this. And lastly, I purchased the Stila One Step Correct Primer. I see people rave about this all the time and I was like, you know what, we're trying it. I want to see what everyone is raving about, so that is that. So yes, that was a giant high-end beauty haul. I don't think I'll be shopping for quite a bit of time now. Going to try and make myself not do much more shopping until next year. We'll see how that goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys want me to go in depth with any of these products or do like a video specific to them, let me know. Or if you have any questions, just ask and I'll try and find an answer for you. If you did like that video, don't forget to subscribe and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
So we get it?